Ooh, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Dan in the building. We here with Let That Be Known, man. The All-Star game has concluded, man. And we here to share our thoughts about it, man. The good, the bad, the ugly. But without further ado, man, here's my co-host.
Hey, what's going on, fam? It's your boy John. Hey, y'all go ahead and grab yourself something to drink, sit back, relax, and let that be known. Support. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, bro?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. As we say, the All-Star game has just concluded, man. And the Stars were able to pull it off. But we'll get it short. John said this was hard to watch. We'll get into that first. Why this was hard to watch for you, John, before we break down the logistics?
I mean, the way this has evolved from our traditional All-Star game is just it's just so untraditional. And then to me, it's like, we've been speaking about this on the NFL side as well. It's like there's really no competition out there, man. It it's it's literally just, well, I can't even say it's pickup because it's more competitive in pickup than it is out there. Especially like the last game, the championship game, it was just, they might well just forfeited it. And so the whole format, it doesn't make sense to me. So I understand they trying to grow the brand and trying to make it a worldwide thing, but it's not working. Or at least to me, it's not working. So it's kind of hard to watch. And then, to make it, what was it, 4 games?
Mm-hmm.
Them type of 4 games, especially for the team in the championship round, you got a team full of old heads that's 35 and up. They were spent.
They gave you 21 points.
21 points. So they were spent. So it's just like they might well have just forfeited.
They were looking like, man, hey, my Metamucil, my bedtime.
So they came out the gate, jumped on them, and that was it. That was a wrap. So like I said, it's hard to watch. Something has to change, man.
I mean, I think the NBA is trying with the old format. Of course, everybody was complaining about the old format, like, oh man, they're not competing. So the NBA is trying to do it. I think the only cure for the NBA All-Star to make it competitive, to make it really, really competitive, is to have one-on-one. Nobody wants to get cooked in one-on-one.
But who's actually into the? It's only gonna be like 2 or 3 people that's actually willing to play once.
Jaylen Brown said he'll play. Of course, Anthony Edwards, KD said he'll play. If you can get you a solid 6, that'll be legit.
Okay, let's go down this road. Okay, so you said Jaylen Brown. You said and
Anthony Edwards.
Of course, I know KD would.
I think if Kawhi is healthy, I think he might.
You think Kawhi? Okay, I think Kyrie would.
Kawhi had 30-something in like 12 minutes.
And what he do that game for?
He gave it all he had.
What Shannon Shaw say? Give you everything I got.
Give you everything I had.
So, okay, so that's what, 6. So that may be your 6. So yeah,
that's just known players. I believe some unknown would play as well.
Okay.
But I think that's the only way that you could kind of rectify the competition, or I guess you could say the lack thereof, is to have a one on one, because that's the
Yeah.
only time that you're going to be able to. The pride is going to kick in, right? Nobody wants to get cooked, you know, in one on one. And I think it rolls over into the season as well, because any kind of beef, you could be like, "Hey, I see you one on one."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, and then the NBA can play off that. Like, hey, they got beef. They want to play one on one. Cool. It's a key matchup. Hey,
Right.
you can get your ones off. You ain't got to be part of the competition, but you can get your ones off. If y'all got beef, you can get that off.
Now, now, what happens when the top players in the league don't want to play ones, and the fans is looking for them to be appear at All Star Weekend?
I
What
think a
happens
lot.
then?
I think a lot of the up and coming will want to play ones, especially the American born players, because that's their game. Now, for as the world players, that's not really their game. They're not one on one players. That's not how they was brought up. That's not how they was taught the game. That's not that's not how they was bred. Now here in America, we were bred for one on one play. That's that's what you see. Like the best one
Mm-hmm.
on one players are American born. The Kyrie Irvings, the Kevin Durant's, the Anthony Edwards. Like they are, bred for one on one play.
So, what happens to the other players then? They just fall by the wayside on All Star Weekend, kind of like how um it was for the Pro Bowl when you had all the linemen, the linebackers,
I mean,
all them. They just
you can still have somewhat of an all-star game, but the one-on-ones needs to be in front and center,
needs to be the emphasis,
because that's where you're going to get your competition from.
right? Now, I did find something interesting this week. I listened to an episode of Draymond Green's podcast, and he was
Mhm.
speaking on the All Star game and the week leading up to it. He was saying, like, leading up to it, there are so many media obligations. They got,
Mm.
brand deals. They have events they have to attend to, parties they have to attend to. He said by the time they don't even really practice, he said they literally have about 20 minutes before the game start, before they have talked anything remotely ball. And so it's a lot different than what it used to be, where they used to kind of practice a little bit, or at least a walkthrough. He said, but all of that is gone now because they spend the whole week. The league has them spending the whole week doing stuff for brands and interviews and all that type of stuff. And then when close to the time of the game, then that's when they kind of just come
Well,
together.
but what about this? What about if America had a world team, like how other countries have? Like in the summer, you meet up for maybe a week or two, and you guys, you know what I mean? Like how Luke and them go overseas and they compete with their team, or whatever league their team is having. They compete. What about having a world team here? And I think what really took it out was when USA stopped having tryouts.
Yeah.
For those who don't remember,
Hmm.
in order to make the USA team, you had to try out.
That's a fact.
Like there was only a few staples that was going to for sure make it. Everybody else was on the tryout basis. And I think that started to weave out competition. I think Kyrie talked about it. He was
Hmm.
like that when that left, like competition kind of started going downhill, because you didn't have to compete no more for anything. You was picked or you wasn't picked, and it was just flat out like that.
Facts.
He was like, when I went, I, I had to compete in order to get on the team. You even had to compete to become a reserve, to be called upon if somebody get hurt.
No, that's a fact, man. It's yeah, they taking the competition all the way out of it. Especially for the USA team. Um, I mean, but they got to do something. I think Adam Silver realized it. They asked him about it, and he just like, "Is this, this is not working?" Um, it's lost its luster. Um, did you watch the dunk contest and 3-point contest yesterday? Those
Um,
festivities.
a little bit, man. I didn't want to see Damian Lillard play, shoot or win. I was rooting against Damian Lillard. I think it's so distasteful, in my opinion, for you to go out here and compete in this 3-point shooting contest, and you haven't played a second for your team. I think that should be a qualification that you had to have been at least active this year. He hasn't been active at all,
Mm-mm.
and then you just show up All Star break and you go out there, you shooting lights out, and then probably after All Star break, you still ain't gonna play.
Mm-mm. Nah, and the way he spoke, he's not gonna play this year.
And so I said, this it's like it's distasteful for the fans. It's distasteful for your teammates. Your teammates looking like, man, like, boy, we could use him, especially like the Portland
Mhm.
Trailblazers, who's a fringe team. They're on the fringe of making the playoffs. Like they could
Facts.
use a Damian Lillard type of player.
Facts. Yeah, so it's that type of stuff, and for the NBA to invite him to do this,
And
and
you
you're
leave out other guys like Max
guys,
Christie.
Max Christie should have been in there. What's some other top 3-point shooters that they didn't put in there?
Matter of fact, let's look it up so that we don't get anything
And,
misconstrued.
and see who leads the league in 3-point percentage this year.
Okay, let's look it up. DiVincenzo. Percentage Jaden McDaniels. Luke Kennard. Tyree Eason. Jalen Tyson. But of
So
course, but of course, none of those guys are gonna make it because they don't have a name.
they don't have a name. Exactly. That's a fact.
Uh, what was Michael Porter Jr.?
That's a good one. And he's been balling this year. He has been balling this year. That's a fact. So it's like, and then the dunk contest.
I had to turn that off.
We we got we had, and I didn't even watch it because I knew it was gonna be a hot mess when they told me who was in it. What's Jackson Hayes from the Lakers, and he just ran and did just a flush.
Man,
We went from people jumping over cars, jumping over 7-footers,
blowing out cupcakes,
blowing out cupcakes at the top of the backboard. We went from that to just doing a running flush.
throwing alley oops from ladders, and all
That
kind of
all
crazy
this
stuff. But that's
from
the thing. That's the thing that people don't realize. There's a difference between an in-game dunker
mm,
and a Showtime dunker, a guy who can do tricks and stuff. There's a difference, and so people often get mad because LeBron didn't participate in the dunk contest. LeBron isn't a dunk contest dunker.
dunker.
He's a in-game dunker.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference.
Like they could have went and got like Derrick Jones Jr.
If he wanted to do it. A lot of those guys, this is what I'm hearing. A lot of those guys are backing out of like the dunk contest because they don't think it's fair because there's been a couple of guys who's been screwed out of it, like Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, yeah, he definitely got screwed out of it.
And so a lot of guys have a feeling like whoever the judges are, um, they're gonna have a set guy in mind who they want to go for.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how you fix that, cause yeah, cause it's definitely been some bias there, and it was just like obviously y'all already had y'all mind made up.
Facts. And so a
So
lot of guys just kind of backed out of it, like, man, nah.
yeah, I
But
don't know.
um, like they have like even take like Derrick Rose was a game dunker,
Hmm.
right? Um, people don't understand how hard it is to go out and do tricks and come up with multiple tricks to do in the game in a dunk contest. Um,
Bro, I'll even be willing to go and get some of these kids that's not in the NBA, these dunkers that's not in the NBA.
they gonna have a problem with that because they had a problem with Matt McClung.
They ought to have a problem with what's going on now because it's
It's really to a point to where it's almost unfixable. And I'm saying reason why because it's not going to be any pleasing because if you go and get outside dunkers, guys, actual professional dunkers, then people gonna have a problem with that because they don't have the star notoriety. If you go and get guys in the league, then people gonna have a problem with that because they don't have the skill of to be a Showtime dunker.
maybe that'll spark some competition, man.
I
You
mean,
start bringing the
they did,
outsiders in
they did. People had fits.
because I mean, because I'm not sure if you ever seen the one that Shaq put on with all them dunkers.
Yeah, I've seen that, but I seen how they acted to Matt McClung, and he was in the G League,
Yeah,
and they gave him flack for being a part. And I said, "Are you kidding me?"
yeah. And he didn't want none of the flack that he was just like,
He was just like, "Oh, okay."
yeah. So that's yeah. They getting to the point where it's man, it's gonna be
It's just no pleasing. It's like I don't know. I don't know. It's just it's no way that you can please people.
yeah. So do you just kind of almost do away with it and just just give them the name of the All Star and then
I mean, they're not gonna do away with it because they still making a lot of money and all stuff breaks. So that ain't going nowhere. But as far as bringing the luster or the excitement back around NBA All Star, that's almost gonna be impossible. Um, it's almost gonna be impossible to do, man. I mean, guys are never gonna play hard like that. They want guys to play and be realistically, it was never played hard.
yeah, yeah. So I understand that, but at
What
least come
happened?
the
What
fourth quarter, it was
what happened was, and this is what happened. The game was never really played hard. The last couple of minutes they would compete, but it was never really played hard. What happened was when you have these type of games, all it takes is a few select people in the media to be like, "What was that?" The media controls the narrative.
yeah.
We peep this. We have an all-time great, probably the greatest ever. Listen to the narrative of him.
That is a
Instead
fact.
of instead of NBA fan, we all NBA fans. Instead of us celebrating him and we're NBA fans, people boo boo on him. And like Isaiah Thomas said, He said Michael was our GOAT. We bigged Michael up. We said that Michael was in our era, we said Michael was our GOAT. He said LeBron in y'all era is y'all GOAT, and look at what y'all do to him.
Mm-hmm.
He said he get more praise from people in our era than he do people in his own. And this goes around like not just basketball, but it goes around a lot of sports. It happens in boxing. It happens all over.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how they like. Let me get into it. Black American fighters have no one to support them. Everybody else has a country behind them. So look at how they crap on especially Black American fighters. Look at how they crap on them. Look at how they crap on Floyd. Even how they crap on Bud.
Mm-hmm.
Shakur Stevenson. Andre Ward. Even the bronze bomber himself. Right? Look at how they degrade them. The bronze bomber doesn't come from a background of boxing. He got in it very late. Most of these guys start off when they 5, 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He was almost dang near grown when he started boxing. And look at what he was able to achieve without the skill background. He even won a medal in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And look how they crap, how we crap on our athletes. This is what caused it. Yeah, this weekend was bad. I don't know if it's a new low, but it's either the same low. But the narrative is what the narrative is going to be, and the narrative is how we got this low.
Yeah.
Do you want to integrate WNBA? You want to see them get beat by 50?
But bro, no, you talking about washed? They would get washed. Come on, bro. You know, but you know better than that now.
Let's merge the games.
No, boy.
See, we got in the Joanna Mans over there.
Hey, you see what happened game 4 tonight? That's gonna be that's what it's gonna be.
I mean, worse than that. Yeah, man.
He said the fans was not attending was a big blow, but the games were good.
A couple of games were good because you had a couple of guys who put on a show, like Kawhi Leonard. And that's why I said the narrative around it. Like Kawhi went off.
Yeah.
And it should have been everywhere. Like, look at what Kawhi Leonard doing. Look at he's going off. He had like 30-something, 12 minutes. It should have been everywhere. But the narrative of the game, oh man, this sucks. Kawhi could have had 50 by himself. People would have still said, man, this sucks.
Yeah.
It's entertainment.
So I actually enjoyed today, but not the other 2 days. Yeah, that's what we were just speaking about.
Today was better for me. Now, the dunk contest and 3-point contest,
I didn't even watch it.
Boo-boo water.
When I seen that clip of Jackson Hayes, that confirmed why I didn't watch it.
They said they told him he couldn't be no starter no more. They said he couldn't be no starter no more after that crap he pulled.
So you came down the street for this?
The dunk contest, man, it was, man.
He said, what's with the time? Why so early? Because they knew people wasn't interested in it. Not, he said the NBC put it on the back burner. No, they just knew that it wasn't gonna do what it used to do. So they just, they just like, look, we're gonna put you in this slot here, and we just, we're gonna rock out from there and go from there. So that's what happened
It
there.
really ain't NBC, it's NBA.
NBA, so
Because you get what you pay for.
that too.
So the NBA is paying to be on these networks. And to put the game on these networks. The NBA chose this slot. If the NBA wanted a 7:00 slot, the NBA would pay for a 7:00 slot. So the NBA don't have faith in what they're doing. They're trying stuff. They're trying to pull out all the stops. They're trying to figure out what do we need to do to make this game more appealing, etc., etc.
It's not working. So I seen reporters say after this weekend there will be Adam Silver's getting fired calls going out. Adam Silver's not going nowhere.
They don't fire commissioners, brother.
They don't fire commissioners. Die. They die doing this job.
NBA don't have a history of that.
No.
He's gonna have to do some egregious
facts
for him to get get fired.
And I don't see that. When from him. Not saying he's past it, but nothing indicates that being the case. You got a nice lifetime job, lifetime benefits, making millions of dollars.
So. And they have to always be careful in doing so because you can't unjustly fire him.
Facts. Because I think, wasn't he a lawyer in his previous life?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken. So
he Jewish too. If he ain't a lawyer, he knows something.
Well, never mind then. Hey, that's more powerful than a lawyer, so never mind.
If he ain't one, he knows something.
Yep. So yeah, you
don't want to mess around.
You Jewish and a lawyer. You good?
Man, know a team of them. So you better be careful.
Yep. Along with the the Anti-Defamation League, which is their league. Yeah. So, shout out to you, Sonny.
What's up, Sonny? Man,
I don't know. Just the attendance thing was a bad look. It's gonna get worse unless something changes.
Unless they bring real basketball fans in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Real basketball fans, most of them can't afford to go.
Yeah, and that's probably another thing, man. Them tickets so high, they just like
most of the people that's going are either celebrity or they just rich. And they don't really have a love for the game. They just there for something to do.
Yeah. And then knowing some of them, man, a lot of them didn't pay for them tickets.
Yeah, they was giving.
For like the Obamas there front row.
Oh no.
Ain't spent the dime.
So you have that, and it's just the biggest thing of getting real basketball fans in there, people who actually know basketball, who actually enjoy basketball, who actually watches basketball on a regular basis.
That's a fact. He said, "No way this event made a profit."
I mean, it made a profit. It didn't make profit. It didn't make a record-breaking profit, but it made a profit because people were still watching on TV.
Yeah. Now SSB says that Los Angeles is probably the biggest basketball market as well. No, it'll be New York.
I would say New York first, and then LA. But when you make the tickets so unaffordable to the average basketball fan, it's tough to actually go. Most of the people that probably there probably don't watch basketball a lot.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a fact, man. So it's that's pretty much all I seen that was like celebrities. They's all gathered up like they are at a family reunion in packs. Wasn't really watching the game like that.
I mean, it's just a show. It's just a trying to be in the mix of the who's who.
Who's who? Yeah. So that's all it looked like to me. So it wasn't nothing spectacular. Did you watch the what they call that game, the celebrity basketball game?
Man, I seen some clips of that Dookie, and
See,
they got to stop putting these streamers on here. They got to stop putting these little kids on here, man. The shorts are bigger than the kids themselves.
and then why would you have somebody out there that's like 7'6", 7'8" out there?
Taco Fall is an ex-NBA player. He ain't no way, and he playing overseas. Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. So it's, what do you think about? What do you think they should about tanking? I just get rid of the draft pick if you get caught tanking.
That's gonna be hard because you're gonna have to put in some set rules.
There got to be
of tanking, because everyone's gonna have their own opinion of what tanking is. And so in order for them to identify a team as tanking, they're gonna have to put in some set ground rules that teams must follow. If they don't follow, then they could be hit with the tanking, and they can potentially lose their draft pick. So before they can do that, they're gonna have to come out with some rules like, hey, this, you can't do this, you can't do that, yada 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 yada. But without doing that, it's gonna be hard to prove that a team is tanking.
Yeah, and also it has to be within the new CBA coming up. It has to be agreed upon. It has to be in writing, so it can't just pull it just
out of thin air.
Yeah. So now I know that Utah and another team got fined last week. I think like $500,000 or something like that. And then if you think about it, man, I understand why you're tanking. If you know you're not gonna be in the playoffs and you're closer to being that lottery pick, I would do the same thing.
I don't blame you.
I'll eat that fine because I know what I'm.
And fans, y'all out there would do the same thing. If you own a team and your team was trash and you had no chance of making it to the NBA playoffs, you're gonna be trying to get the best pick that you can possibly get so that you can try to become better, or you can find a star that you can build around.
So it's one of them deals. It's like, look,
it's like
it's kind of a common sense thing, and I think for Utah they have like a protected pick. So if I can get a lottery pick, especially to help my team, rather than giving it to OKC, because that's who owns it if they go out of a certain standing, I'll take that little fine and keep my lottery pick. So yeah, man, it's something they have to be agreed upon in the CBA, and they're just gonna, if you want to agree upon it, then y'all gonna have to agree upon it and give some more money up or something, and that's gonna be the trade-off for it. So it looks like SSB is, I don't want to see Juski anymore. He said,
I mean, stuff like that is what's helping make a mockery of the game. Like, it's fun at certain times, but like now it's becoming more of a mockery. Like you have comedians out there doing their bits.
He's never serious, and I mean that's not his thing to be serious.
It's not his fault. He's doing what he does. He's a comedian. I'm funny. I'm gonna be here. I'm a funny guy. The same with Kevin Hart. When Kevin Hart was there, he's a comedian. He's there, doing what he does. But in the same token, if you want the game to be taken more serious, then you have to put forth your best effort to put the right people in place.
Yeah, so they always try to go after the hot guy at the moment. So like Dan said, it was Kevin Hart before then Drewski.
Then it was Castanet,
and then
it's Drewski, and then it just
gonna be
going.
Somebody after that, whoever the next hot guy is. So it's just their thing. That's their way of trying to tap into the social media space. but they have to kind of taper that a little bit. They let him just, and it's not his fault, but they just let him just kind of overwhelm the whole thing. But if they call you in to do this, and it's you do what you do, that's not on you, that's on the league. But yeah, it's a bio teacher Rick. He's funny till he gets punched in that.
I would say this: anybody on TV punch him, lawsuit.
That's a fact. It's the last man you want to punch right now.
So, but in the same sentence, it's not his fault. Like, he's doing what he does on the internet. If you see him on the internet, that's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
So if you invite him, he's gonna do exactly what he does on the internet. It's the league's fault for inviting him.
Why not? They don't just have old NBA stars.
That's what I was gonna say.
NBA
Why
stars
not just have the legends out there
doing it, kind of spearheading it like that, rather than especially because like Juice is not athletic at all, by no means, flat-footed. Not trying to hate on him or nothing like that.
Not only that, but he has nothing to do with basketball.
So it just.
But the reason why they're trying to do this is because they're trying to make the NBA more popular, but it's taken away from the art of the game, from people who actually love basketball, who actually like basketball. Most of those guys don't really watch basketball like that.
Did you see any other legends at the game? Because like Dr. J or Kareem or any of the old school guys, because they used to come to these type of events and games.
That's what we're saying. Like, it's taken away from the game because
they didn't show up at all.
Before, legends used to come and you just taken away from the game.
Yeah. So it's fading fast, man.
I probably would even introduce a Legends 3-point shooting contest. Like Reggie Miller, Dennis Scott,
Ray Allen,
maybe Steve Kerr, Steph Dad.
Yeah.
Just involve the legends in the game.
But I'm gonna know it because he ruined.
Yeah, that was jacked up. Did you see that?
I didn't see it.
So he was Jay-Z had won the Offensive Player of the Year award, and Drewski was the one that was announcing the award, and he called him up and just totally slaughtered his last name on purpose.
They do give you like prep work before you do that.
They give it to you, but it's up to you to go through it. That's
what I'm saying is like being a professional, like.
But he's doing a comedian thing. That's what I'm saying. That's what he's doing. Most of these guys are kids. They're going to play. You can't put them in a serious moment and expect for them not to play.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's what you get. Yeah, you put them in that type of space where they can't turn it off.
They play.
Yeah. Is that Barry Sanders let that juice get in discuss?
Yeah, Barry's just turned like, dude.
Yeah.
And so Barry tried to fix it and say the word, but he was just like, dude, this ain't the time to play.
Man.
But that's just what he does. That's what a lot of online personalities do. You turn the camera on and
24/7.
They become this character.
Yeah.
And that's just what they is.
Steve Harvey won't do that though. Yeah. He ain't had his time in his window, man, and
There's a lot of young celebrities, man, who could do that.
who can do that? They just going and getting
They getting a hot guy right now.
now,
They're
not
just
not considering if he can actually do the job effectively. So that's the thing. You don't have to always go and get like the the old guy or old faithful. It's
there's
like
a
Dan
lot of
said, it's a lot of
there's a lot of young actors
mm-hmm.
who can get up there and articulate and present themselves in such a way that's deemed professional.
I appreciate you rocking with us, SSB. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We appreciate you.
We won't be on here a long time, man.
No, not tonight. There ain't much to talk about that tonight. That was rough. Yeah, man. Yeah, like you said, it is a lot of young people or young upcoming
who would take pride in it. You know,
take it serious and do something good with it, man. But you could even win and got Shannon Sharp or somebody to do that.
Or you can get young NBA players, young NFL players.
So it's
like up and coming stars. If he's a receiver, get a young up and coming receiver star. Or get a legend.
It's plenty of them. Integrate them back into
call Jerry Rice. Call Marvin Harrison. Call a legend.
It's plenty.
Julio Jones, somebody. Calvin Johnson.
Randy Moss.
Anybody but Antonio Brown.
No, he cooked. He cooked.
He might get naked up there, man.
You just never know. His brain fried, so we just never know what.
But no, that would have been cool to see, man. Either get a legend to hand off the receiver award, or get an up and coming star, or you could have had both. I mean, they had Barry, but you could have had both. I mean, since it's a receiver.
Facts. Nah, man, it's too many. It's too many guys that's still around the game that you could have got to make this better than what it was, man. And it's ain't that kind of sad, man, that both leagues like this is kind of in a space like this when it comes to these type of events. They're in the same type of situation. So it's tough to see, man. Fans used to look forward to these type of, the All-Star breaks and the Pro Bowl and things like that. But now it's just like, man,
I think it was built more for the fans at the time. Now it's built more for celebrities. It's built more for, the people that's outside of the sport, people who don't really watch the sport. So they're trying to appeal to people who don't watch basketball. People who don't watch basketball don't want to see a good basketball game. They want to see other types of entertainment. Like people who watch the Super Bowl, most of them don't care nothing about the Super Bowl game. They care about the Super Bowl halftime.
That's it. After that, you turn
the
off.
Halftime was more popular than the Super Bowl itself.
Excuse me.
All people talk about was Bad Bunny. Nobody was talking about the Seahawks or the Patriots. We constantly have clips of Taylor Swift in the NFL game. Now we had Cardi B in the NFL game. Like, this is what's hurting the game.
That's a fact. Shout out to you, basketball fishing. But yeah, man, it's
man. So like that's the kind of stuff that's hurting the game. That's the kind of stuff that's hurting or that has stunted the progress of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's because you're trying to appeal to non-basketball fans more than you are trying to appeal to the basketball fans you have. So you're actually losing the fans you had, trying to gain other fans who are not going to watch the games on a natural Wednesday night. An NBA game come on Wednesday night, a casual ain't gonna watch it.
Facts. That is a fact.
They're gonna wait till a big time game
Big
comes up,
time, prime time game.
a prime time game, and they're gonna watch that.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna watch a local game.
Yeah. No, for sure, man. That's no, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what they're gonna do in the next few years with it, or if it's gonna continue to die out like that. Because yeah, I think they just kept over pursuing, and now they just lost it.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. I think more outside people are going to attend or want to be a part, but you're losing the basketball purists.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is like they keep pushing for this, and
so that's why it's becoming a mockery. It's still becoming a mockery because people are like, man, this ain't basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is this? But it's a showmanship to the outside world. They enjoy it because like they enjoy Drewski, clowning and all these people clowning. They enjoy that. Basketball purists, they want to see a good basketball game, good competition.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Let me ask you this: have you been catching the women's one-on-one league deal?
I'll call a little bit of it.
What are your thoughts?
It's what I thought it was gonna be when they was promoting it. It's what I thought it was gonna be. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to put this in the nicest way,
bro. It's all over your face
as possible. I'm trying to put this in the nicest form that I can possibly put. But I mean, you got some high school boys that can play better than that.
But they professionals, man. They want more money. They deserve more money, right?
Man, we're from Texas. I don't know where y'all from or whoever watched this. I don't know where y'all reside. We're from Texas. We already know how football gets down here, but basketball is like that too.
Mm-hmm.
And there's boys basketball team down in Texas who gets ridiculous. I'm talking about 7th, 8th grade boys dunking on people.
That's a fact.
I'm talking about 13-year-old boys. You looking like, is this varsity?
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah.
It's middle school, homie.
This is middle school. Like, man. Like, no cap. Like,
so with them threatening the strike, did this help their case at all?
They never had a case. That's why they've been fighting this since their existence. There's no case. They only got a case in their head. There's no case.
We'll strike. Okay.
Like, the NBA, like, who we can save some money.
Ooh.
Keep sending them money over there. Trying to.
Thank you, Lord.
The WNBA was created because they wanted a league for the women. The NBA appeased them.
Subsidize it.
And subsidize it. Said, okay, we'll help y'all start a league. We'll front y'all until y'all can get up on your feet and running. But they never got up on their feet and running.
Mm-mm.
And so
30 years later.
It's 30 years later, and they're still in the same position. The game hasn't grew.
Yes, I don't.
So
Yeah,
you have that, and what's really holding them back is the delusional people that's with them.
yeah. The allies, they deserve more. Like you didn't stop to think about the view. The numbers, the viewership, the bottom line.
Deserve more from what?
They've been in the red for 30 years.
You making negative money on a yearly basis. You're
For,
negative 40 million almost every year.
for 3 decades. It's
What you
been.
getting a higher in compensation from?
Y'all said y'all needed the more teams. Y'all got the more teams. Y'all got one in Vegas, and it's still the same result.
Like I said, man, put some high school boys over there, man, in the WNBA. Watch them ratings go up.
I gotta do something. I will say this: if they strike, they done.
It's not gonna be a strike.
They gonna be done. But no, you know what? I ain't gonna even put it past them. Look how they talking. I would not put that past them.
They can't afford to strike. They barely making it by.
That's what I'm saying. If they barely making it by, and then still asking for more.
No, I'm saying they barely making it by.
What's gonna put it back? What's gonna put it past them?
I'm saying they barely making it by because some of them only making $75,000 a year. So, like, they can't afford to strike. I can't afford to take off of work.
Man, I'm telling you,
it's not like the NBA. Like, well, man, we're gonna have a lockout, and the NBA player like, okay, shoot, man, I'm straight. I made $35 million last year.
No, and I understand, but a delusion is something to be said about a delusion, man.
Man, delusion has something to be said, but it's cold outside.
You think they thinking about that? When you delusion, do you think they thinking about tomorrow?
And the words of a great prophet, winter's coming. He called it.
He called it. Hey, man.
Winter's coming.
Winter's coming. And
what you gonna do? You gonna put up or shut up?
Hey. Pacers think they can't afford to play, let alone to go on strike. I think the NBA loses something like 30 million a year. And they do.
It's ridiculous.
And there's a fact. I've been saying the NBA needs to lower the rim.
Everybody said it. Shaq said it on national TV, and they got mad at him.
You already playing with a smaller ball.
And a shorter three-point line.
So you just lower the rim.
If they lower it to 9 feet, I think that'll help.
Even 8.5.
Now you're playing with kids. My son shoots on 10-foot goal.
Well,
he's 7. Okay, we pushing it now. Like, yeah.
Hey, but you did say it's some 8th graders out there. They'll get active on them.
But I think though, if we want to see them but it would never be taken serious though. They start going out there booming on an 8-foot goal. It's gonna be like,
I mean, some gotta change, bro. Something gotta change.
I mean, I think women's college is better.
I will agree with that.
I don't know how to transition from college to the WNBA. It has gotten.
Well, they forced them to go all 4 years, which is stupid. Instead of letting them come in a little younger if they're ready. That's a big hindrance part of it. Instead of forcing them to go all 4 years. If they ready after 2, that's gonna help the game. That's gonna help the league.
I mean, it ain't gonna help the league, bro, because
Well, I'm saying
it's not exciting. The game isn't exciting to watch. If you watch it, it looks like kids out there playing.
well, I'm saying from a view, you'll be able to pull some of those college viewers over. Not saying it's gonna be significant, but
until they turn the TV on, you sitting there looking like, what is this? Y'all think the NBA All-Star game is bad? Did you see the WNBA All-Star game?
No. I can't put myself through that.
I can't believe they put that on TV.
Trying to make a buck, man. NBA said they gotta recruit. They gotta recoup somehow.
Man, they ain't recouping off that. The NBA is part of this movement. They have an All-Star game.
On paper, Pacers. On paper.
Pacers think they got one, man, but it ain't much of that.
Shout out to you.
What's up, bro? It ain't much of no All-Star game. I tell you that for sure. That's for sure. I turned the TV on that mess. I'm like, what in the world is Kelsey Plum doing? I mean, my gosh. Never seen so many turnovers in my life. Cause it ain't too much they can do. It's either gonna shoot the 3 or they gonna try to lay it up.
No mid range.
I mean, somewhat, but like it's just no sauce. You know.
So what do you think happened? Cause you remember they used to have some player like Maya Moore was like.
She was like that.
She was like that. Like what happened?
Tamika Catchings, Diana Taurasi. Like the game was progressing, and then it just
like what happened? Cause they did have a few of them that was like that, and then it just
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Hey, Dan, man, tell these folks, man, what they what they have to look forward to, what we're gonna start covering since this the All-Star weekend's over.
Man, we're gonna be getting into the NBA, man. We do not cover the WNBA here, so if you're a fan of the WNBA, this is not the channel that you should watch. Don't want you to be disappointed. I don't want you to get on here asking me questions about the WNBA during the season, because I'm not gonna have nothing for you. Because I don't watch the WNBA. It's garbage. With that being said, we will be covering the NBA, especially going into the second half of the season, getting ready for the playoffs. We're gonna be talking about contenders. We're gonna be talking about pretenders, the dark horses, even MVP candidates. We're gonna be talking about it all, man. Talk about player development, new stories, and and so we'll really be getting into that, man. So we want y'all to tune in with us, man, as we go down that journey, man, and we'll be tracking it all the way until the finals, man, which we even do a bracket on this channel. For those who know, for those who know, we do a bracket, and we show our teams and we present our teams at the end, and we'll see how that goes, man. But we cover all season as well, all season of the NBA. We covered all season of the NFL, so we do it all, man. We both really enjoy basketball and football. You might catch us here and there, do a little bit of the baseball, but not too much. But we'll touch on it here and there, especially if my team go off.
Yes, sir. Go Rangers.
But we should see, man. But that's what we do here, man. For the most part, and let that be known. But with that being said, man, we're gonna get ready to log out of here, man. It is what it is, man. The NBA All-Star, man, is a wash. It's sad, man. I don't know where we go from here. Maybe to the dirt, but we'll see, man. This is Let That Be Known, man. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Remember, it don't cost you nothing. You can follow us on all social media platforms and Let That Be Known. But until next time, peace out.